According to U.S. Today, the average American consumes 7,000 animals in their lifetime. This breaks down to 11 cows, 27 pigs, 2,400 chickens, 80 turkeys, 30 sheep, and 4,500 fish. That's a lot of meat. This amount of meat requires a vast amount of land, fuel, and water before it reaches your plate. I have been a vegetarian for 5 years now, and I chose to become a vegetarian because I learned about factory farms. Today I continue to practice a happier, healthier, and humane lifestyle by choosing to be a vegetarian. And today I'm going to persuade you to try a vegetarian lifestyle. A vegetarian lifestyle is a beneficial choice. My 3 main points are: first, the consumption of meat harms the environment. Second, the consumption of meat is inhumane to animals. And third, the consumption of meat is unhealthy. First, the consumption of meat harms the environment. According to an article written by Christopher Matthews on the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations website, raising animals for food uses 30% of the Earth's land mass. And in the United States, 70% of crops grown are used to feed animals for slaughter. Nearly 80% of the land deforested in the Amazon is now used as cattle pasture. According to the Grace Communication Foundation website at sustainable.org, factory livestock facilities pollute the air and release over 400 separate gases, mostly due to the large amount of manure they produce. The principal gases released are hydrogen sulfide, methane, ammonia, and carbon dioxide. These gases threaten both the environment and human health. I argue in my first main point that the consumption of meat harms the environment. Producing billions of animals for meat consumption is having an effect on the environment as well as the animals that are raised for meat consumption. Every year, 27 billion animals are raised for slaughter for human consumption. In today's factory livestock facilities, animals are confined to extremely small spaces to maximize production, causing physical and mental distress to the animal. My second main point is that the consumption of meat is harmful to animals. Raising animals on cramped, filthy, inhumane factory farms differs greatly from what most consumers envision as a traditional American farm. The first humane society to establish in North America was the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals in 1866. According to their website, over 99% of animals in the U.S. are raised in factory farms, which focuses on profit and efficiency rather than the well-being of the animal. Factory farms pack animals into spaces so tight that most can barely move, causing the animal to experience severe physical and mental distress. Factory farms that are not properly maintained can be breeding grounds for Salmonella and E. coli, which are passed to humans through meat, dairy, and eggs. According to the foodandwaterwatch.org website, an estimated 2/3 of all U.S. cattle raised for slaughter are injected with growth hormones. 6 different hormones are injected for beef cattle, and which of 3 are synthetic. The European Union has prohibited the import of all beef treated with hormones, which means it does not accept any from the U.S. They have found that meat-injected animals affect the hormonal balance of humans, causing the reproductive issues and cancers. My second argument about why you should eat vegetarian is because consumption of meat is inhumane to animals. Life for animals on modern-day factory farms isn't pretty. These factories are overcrowded, dirty, and disease-ridden. and the animals are injected with growth hormones jeopardizing human health. Not only are humans jeopardizing their health by consuming meat produced on a factory farm, there are other health risks linked to consuming meat. My third main point is that consumption of meat is unhealthy. According to a July 2009 article published in the peer-reviewed Journal of the American Dietetic Association, a vegetarian diet is associated with a lower risk of death from heart diseases. Heart disease was estimated to be 20% lower in a lifelong vegetarian compared to meat eaters. About 610,000 people die of heart disease in the United States, leading it to be the #1 cause of death for both men and women. In the same July 2009 journal article, it states that animal-based products tend to be higher in calories, saturated fats, and cholesterol than plant-based diets. Individuals who follow a vegetarian lifestyle are found to have lower cholesterol, blood pressure, and have lower risk of strokes, cancers, and type 2 diabetes. My third and final argument claims that the consumption of meat is unhealthy. By eating mostly fruits, nuts, vegetables, beans, whole grains, and meat substitutes like soy, you are greatly cutting your odds of getting heart disease, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and type 2 diabetes, compared to a diet that includes meat. Simply stated, the more you substitute plant foods for animal foods, you are improving the environment, reducing inhumane treatment of animals, and creating a healthier you. Quoting the famous scientist Albert Einstein, "Nothing will benefit health or increase chances of survival on Earth as the evolution to a vegetarian diet." By making a change to a vegetarian diet, you are helping save the environment, animals, and yourself. I hope that I have enlightened you on a vegetarian lifestyle and hope you will make the switch like I have. You don't have to be a vegetarian overnight, make the switch gradually, but I encourage you to give it a try. A vegetarian lifestyle is a beneficial choice. First, consumption of meat harms the environment. Second, the consumption of meat is inhumane to animals. And third, the consumption of meat is unhealthy.